We started TranscribeME in September 2011 when myself and my co-founders couldn't find a reliable and accurate way to convert voice to text. So we came up with a solution that was essentially a hybrid model combining computer algorithms with real crowdsourced people. And this hybrid approach let us deliver 100% quality at a fraction of the time that it would typically take people to transcribe a piece of audio. So that's the service that we invented and brought to market. So initially, the founders invested money into TranscribeME from our own pockets. We then expanded that seed round to include friends and family, and we had friends and family investors come in from New Zealand, Singapore, and the US. And that really gave us the runway to develop the product and develop the business alongside it. We then started raising a substantial Series Seed angel investment round. And again, we were aiming at the global audience of investors. Just as we are a global company for our service, we're also a global investment opportunity for angel investors. And we found our lead investor at a presentation that we did in Singapore. He introduced us to major angel syndicates in California, including Tech Coast Angels, the Angel Forum, including Maverick Angels, Sandhill Angels, and other top names, Sierra Angels as well. So through those introductions, we were able to present the business and the opportunity to seasoned Silicon Valley investors who really brought the round together. Of course, we've also had major involvement from ICE Angels in this angel round, and also other investors from Asia and Europe. So as befits a global company, our investor audience comes from all over the world. In the limited experience that I've had raising this round, I saw that US investors were much more focused on the team, and they put a lot of effort into understanding our collective backgrounds, our strengths and weaknesses, and also understanding where the missing gaps are on our senior management team that we need to recruit into. On the other hand, the investors that we've been working with in New Zealand have placed a much higher emphasis on understanding our market and the industry that we operate in. So seeing those two different sets of focus really was the big highlight for me of the difference between New Zealand and US investors. If I wind back the clock 12 months, I would probably set more realistic expectations of timelines for myself. When I started fundraising for this round, I thought it was going to take between 6 to 9 months. But what I didn't realize is that we had a lot of delays due to being a New Zealand company raising money in the US. And while none of those were insurmountable, every delay introduced a couple of weeks during which we had to wait for legal approval, and during those times we actually lost investors from the deal. So having had this experience, if I was to start again, I would count for those delays from the day one. If I was to start as an angel investor from the ground up, I would probably start by doing extensive due diligence on the deals that are coming across the table. There's a lot you can uncover by focusing on the team, by focusing on the founders, and by focusing on the idea. And those would be the areas that I would most strongly advocate investors to look at during the due diligence process. Of course, this requires having access to reasonably strong deal flow. And I think because of this criteria, you really need to be a member of one or more angel investment groups. And so in this case, I would very likely join a few groups in both California and in New Zealand.